Hey, boys and girls, Nigel here again from NigelShaw.com. So today I want to share with you what I've recently found out. It may not be new news, but I think it's good enough news for you and I to know about cryptocurrency, right? So I've been in the crypto market and as a speculator investor, let's call it a speculator for now, since 2017. And that was when one of my best friends introduced crypto for the first time to me. I was really skeptical, and the more I go and deep dive into it, the more interesting it got, right? And ever since then, I've shared before, I've multiplied my money in crypto, my speculation investments there, about 300% right now. And what I sensed then, way back in 2017, 2018, was that I felt that only what was missing is regulation. And regulation will change everything. In a nutshell, it will change adoption en masse. It's like we don't need to be a small group of elite early players to just hog everything. Bring in the regulators and introduce it to the whole world. And that's when crypto will grow boom, right? In a good way. So I chanced upon a couple of videos by Kevin O'Leary. So Kevin O'Leary is a Canadian businessman, really smart guy. He got into software from a very, very young age. I mean, some millions of dollars there. And he's been calling crypto as the 12th sector of S&P, which you can see over here, which will be really interesting. S&P is the Standard & Poor's index funds, if I'm not wrong. And I'd like you here at
What's interesting now about
see what it says.
crypto, I don't consider crypto Bitcoin or Ethereum. Okay. Yes, they were the pioneering assets, but I'm considering crypto as the 12th sector of the S&P.
12 sector S&P is a big thing. That means it's a really accepted from an international standpoint, from institutional standpoint. And where I wanted to go, I will share this video with you later, the link in my description below. But I wanted to highlight this point to you at this part here.
You got to stop talking about this stuff. You got to stay away from this stuff. This is just an environment that is brutal. You've seen Switzerland, Germany, France, England, Canada, a jurisdiction that cooperates with regulators in the U.S. in total harmony, launch ETFs with their primary asset being Ethereum and Bitcoin.
Listen. So they're launching ETFs. Countries are launching ETFs that's primarily using Bitcoin and Ethereum as their backup, right?
So the tonality of that regulatory environment has changed dramatically.
So this video, it seems as though what I'm going to highlight is how cryptocurrency as a whole seem to be getting more accepted from a regulatory standpoint perspective. And it's really important, okay? And then another video, right? This guy, Kevin O'Leary, again, right? He puts money where his mouth is, right? He's not just a talker. 20% of his portfolio is in cryptocurrencies. Mine is more than 60%, but yeah, right? So he is really doing what he's saying. And then this part as well. I think I also highlighted this part.
The blockchain and coins, Big Daddy being Bitcoin. So I don't think Bitcoin is a coin. I think it's software. I think Ethereum software, Polygon software, HBAR software, any of these projects, from Helium, Avalanche, all software. And the only reason they'll survive long term is they bring some kind of economic value to the
He classifies crypto as software, not just an alien software, not just an alien coin, not just a currency, but calls it software, which is what's going to be very interesting because a lot of the movement in the stock market, a lot of the movement of the public companies are predominantly software companies. If you look at Facebook, Amazon, Google, right? Alibaba, Tencent. It's going to be really interesting. And this was the video that I chanced upon, that he says that everyone who owns this will become millionaire by 2025. It's kind of clickbaity. Get in early, right? he is basically talking about crypto.
All of this innovation will be the 12th sector of the S&P.
Right?
Let's say you're a very, very wealthy Middle East sovereign fund and you're managing, I don't know, $500 billion. And you don't need any more oil as an investment because you've already got that in the ground. So you go to an indexer like me and say, look, give me the S&P, less energy, less airlines. And that's what indexers do. So we as an industry get to see fund flows 24/7 every day. And there are billions of dollars out there waiting for policy, because for all the excitement about Bitcoin, for all the excitement about crypto, for all of the wonderful products.
I'll share this with you in the notes later, this link. But see this point. All the excitement about Bitcoin, right? It's about policy. Now, another point to introduce to you. BlackRock, Fidelity, and other investors have invested 400 million in USDC stablecoin issuer Circle, right? So Circle, over here you see, the investors here are BlackRock, Fidelity, Marshall, and FinCapital. These are big boys. This means that these are highly regulated companies in the financial market, in investments, and management of funds. So this will mean that a lot, again, points back towards my deep desire for crypto, blockchain as a whole, to be regulated, especially around cryptocurrencies. Okay, and what does this mean? Okay, currently, if you go to CoinGecko, right, CoinGecko.com, you see that the global cryptocurrency market is 1.9 trillion. 1.9 trillion sounds like a lot of money, right? And then because it is a lot, right? Let's just see 1 trillion, right? How much? This is 1 million. And now 3 zeros, it becomes 1 billion. And now 3 more zeros, it becomes 1 trillion. This is 1 trillion, right? So the cryptocurrency market right now is worth 1.9 trillion. But where I'm getting at is that with regulations coming in, with governments coming in, with countries issuing their own ETFs backed with Bitcoin, Ethereum, as more and more companies do that, MicroStrategy, Tesla, billionaires like Kevin O'Leary, right, comes in, more regulation. Let's point at this where I want to bring up. This is actually where it is. The global equity market, the financial market as a whole, is actually worth 105 trillion. 105 trillion. Imagine 105 trillion dollars of sovereign funds, pension funds pouring into the crypto world. This would mean that our 1.9 trillion, which is, let's call it 2 trillion, right, can grow up to 100 trillion. I think that maybe that's too much. Let's call it, we can grow up to 50 trillion amount of money coming in. 1.2 trillion to 50 trillion is a 25x. Imagine 25x Bitcoin from 38,000, right? 25x, 38,000 times 25. That's close to $1 million one. And that's what a lot of people have been saying, that Bitcoin should be $1 million each, right? Okay, Ethereum, 2,800, 2,844 times 25, 71,000, right? And that's why Kevin O'Leary is saying this, right? This is your last chance to become a millionaire. He says he's anticipating, as cryptocurrency, blockchain as a whole gets adopted and regulated en masse by the governments, right? Money from institutions, money from the big financial markets, money from sovereign wealth management. We're talking about 105 trillion, probably some amount of billion, maybe more, right? And if it becomes the number 12 sector of S&P, so what does that mean to you, to me, as the layman investor? I'm also a layman investor. I'm not a big player, but I want to maximize what I can, what I have. So if you are not sure what you can, one thing you can do is to spread out your risk, spread out your speculation. I've heard of people, what they do is that you go to CoinGecko.com, right? And then they buy $100 of this, $100 of this, all the way down. You buy $100 of each, all the way down the top 50 up to Phantom, or you can go all the way up to top 100, which is the Mina protocol. $100 of the first 100 on CoinGecko, that will be $10,000, right? And that's where basically you are spreading out your risk. I'm not doing that right now, okay? But that's one thing. That's one way I've heard. Another way you can do it is actually putting money into stable coins. I've spoken about this before. USDC, USD coin, Tether is a stable coin, USDC is a stable coin, right? When you can stake it for, let's say, 4 to 10% per year, and you can take the 4 to 10% a year and buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, or the other stuff that you like. Where I'm putting most of my money in crypto is in Bitcoin, Ethereum. I have a small position in Shiba, and Kronos. Basically, I only have 4 major positions other than staking my USDC. If you want to be very, very conservative and you want a little bit of exposure into cryptocurrency, like direct exposure, you can take a look at top 10. The Bitcoin, Ethereum will be great. BNB is long standing there. Solana, Ripple. There's a few of these top 10 have the positions there. Again, this is not financial advice, but this is what I'm doing. I'm showing you what I'm doing, what I'm anticipating. It will be wonderful for the big financial market budget to flow into crypto. But that will only happen with more regulations. So that's all I have for you today, boys and girls. Do your best, earn as much as you can. Do not borrow to speculate, because crypto is volatile. I believe in the next 5 to 10 years it will grow, but man, anything can happen. I'm putting some of my portion here and just thinking to share this with you. So that's all I have for you today. Aiming for regulation in cryptocurrency. Take care.